Alright, this is Victor, LicklandCarKeys.com. This is part 2 of the Lonsdor KW100. I am currently sitting in my 2013 Toyota Venza, and I just want to go over some features of the app. That is my current program proximity key, and I have the app here loaded up on my phone. So from the main screen, I'm going to select KW100. And I do have it plugged in, and it's being powered from my phone. All right, so if I go into quick generate and select the Bluetooth emblem up front, refresh it, it'll pick up the KW100 device. I'll go ahead and attempt to connect. All right, so I'm currently connected to the device.
Already got it, my guy.
All right, so let's go back, and I'm just gonna go through a couple of the features of this. So let's see identified chip, and let's see if it can pick up what we have. All right, so I got RFID communication error. It probably doesn't like the position. I have the key in. All right. Yeah, I can't do this two-handed. Oh. All right. All right. So I laid it across the top like that, and it's telling us that all right, so we got a 4D 98 DST80 Toyota Smart Key, and it gives us password, identification, a whole bunch of information. I really don't know what to do. All right. So let's see, detect remote frequency. All right. So it's telling us. Now I have to hold it real close. All right. Oh, yeah, it's kind of hard doing this one-handed, but so there we go. So we got a 114.35 FSK. All right. So I can back out of this. Back out of this. So if we were, say we had our new Lonsdor LT series universal key, and we want to generate a smart key, we can go through and see if our vehicle's listed in here. So I'm in a Venza. All right. And it's only showing the newer Venzas, 2023. So what I would have to do is go in and let's go into quick generate with key, start. All right, so it's telling us to try to move the key away. All right, so we were able to go ahead and see our key type is 4D98. The frequency is 314.35, and the modulation mode is FSK. All right, so if we were generating a new key, we would hit continue and select what button setup we have. So in this car, the three button is a panic, and the 4 button is the hatch. So This is a Toyota Venza. It has a hatch, not a trunk. So I would go ahead, select 3-button panic, 4-button hatch, and there's a bunch of different options in here. And you could go ahead and start to generate key, and it'll tell you to place the LT20 smart key into the generator to be generated. But I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. I'm going to cancel, and I'm going to go through the quick generate all keys lost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock these keys, and then I'm going to take my old keys and just put them out the car. So basically what we want to do with generating the smart key, all keys lost, is when we get in there, we're going to trip the alarm, and the Bluetooth is automatically going to pick up the board and the frequency signal. So this is a different design case, different board, but it is an LT series Lonsdor Universal board. As you can see, I click the buttons. It's not programmed to the car. And I can hit the start button. The car does not recognize the key. So this is just to demonstrate all keys lost. So let's try quick generate all keys lost. All right. So it says this function supports generation of the following types of keys, 4D, and then it gives a bunch of different subcategories in 8A. All right, so we have the 4D98. Operation tips: do not leave any smart keys inside the vehicle. Place KW100 in the ignition switch. Click OK to obtain info. All right. So I am gonna try to see if I can get that close to there. All right. And let's click start. All right. Please slam on brake and press the start button once every 5 seconds or so. This function will take about 1 to 3 minutes, and wait patiently. All right. So I'm pressing the brake, hitting the start button, hitting the brake. All right. So we didn't even have to trip the alarm or anything. It went ahead and identified that we have the 4D98 with the 314.35 frequency in FSK mode. All right. So now I can go ahead and set my new LT key there. From here, I could hit continue, and I'm going to select the button, 3 panic, 4 hatch. All right. Start to generate. All right, so once you have your key generated, you can use any programmer that you like, as long as it has the capability to go ahead and program keys to the vehicle. I have my Autel KM100 with me, which I already have the emo data to this vehicle backed up, so I'm just going to use as an analog key, do the add a key function, and add in this new key that we generated. So we got generation successful. All right, we're going to go back, and that's all we needed for the Lonsdor app. All right, so with my KM100 now, all right, maybe it already backed out. I gotta go back and regenerate it again. All right, so I'm able to power on the unit. All right, so we back out of there. I'm gonna select add a smart key. All right, so it tells you, hold on. It tells you to add them. You got to add them within a certain amount of time. I'm gonna click OK. All right, positions. We got 4 open positions. I'm gonna hit OK. All right, put learn key smart to start button. All right, put smart key to be learned next to smart button. All right, and so that beeped twice. So that should have gone ahead and took it. All right, learn and succeeded. We're gonna hit OK. So I'll go ahead and power the car off. All right, and there we go. So our frequency was right on the first try. When I originally did the key that I showed you, my previous learn key, that's also a Lonsdor LT key, and I used the KH100 Plus to generate it, and I had to go through and figure out manually what frequency it was. So the key automatically worked, but I had to go through and keep going through to fix the frequency, whereas the new Bluetooth unit here, the KW100, automatically selected the correct board and frequency. And I'm gonna leave this on my lap. And there we go, the proximity function works as it should. I'll go ahead and shut this off. All right. So I think that was me. I might have selected it wrong. As you see, my trunk button is operating the horn, and the horn is operating the trunk. That was me. I selected them wrong. Not a big deal. So I could go ahead and close my hatch. And while I still have the app open, I should be able to go in here and just rearrange. All right, so I'm gonna go into more functions. All right, I'm gonna modify. I think it's modify frequency. It's either modify frequency or modify. Let me see. Let's read button function. Okay. So I went to read button function. All right. So yeah. So I have it selected as 3 as panic and 4 as hatch, whereas we want 3 as hatch and 4 as panic. All right. So I'm going to go in under modify button type. Select OK. All right. So we want 3 hatch, 4 button panic. OK. And it's going to go ahead and rewrite our key. So rewrite was successful. And that's a pretty awesome feature. If you accidentally do the wrong thing, you don't have to reprogram it, anything. You just go in and modify the buttons. So there we go. The hatch button works as it should. Panic works as it should. All right. Unlock. And it won't let me lock the car because I'm in the car with the key. It's detecting it, but our proximity still works as it should. All right, let me go ahead and close my rear hatch, and that is it. So that was the Lonsdor KW100 Universal Bluetooth, able to detect the board and the frequency type and all keys lost situation, and generate the LT series Lonsdor Universal key. And then again, once you generate the key for the correct board type and frequency, you can use your programmer of choice, whether you have the Lonsdor K518 or another programmer. You know, they will all program the Lonsdor LT series keys. So I'm looking forward to getting a newer K518 Pro. So in the next video, if I have the Pro in hand by then, I'll be able to go over all keys lost with the Toyota authorization. I also go over all keys lost where in this particular vehicle we're able to back up the emo data by OBD. That's what I had in my RTEL program. I had my emo data already backed up. So yep, this is it. This is gonna be a real handy device doing Toyota smart keys. All right, thanks for watching. LakelandCarKeys.com.